part it was added in Hezekiah's time. And he just came from Hiskiyahu tunnel, Hezekiah. So this is the Gihon spring out of the city. The water was diverted to here, where we are now. Okay? How come? Why? Because Hiskiyahu was facing a threat from the northeast, Assyria. You heard of the Assyrians? They came to destroy Israel. And he wanted to prepare for the war. So one of the things he did is to say the fact that the water are outside, even they're fortified, is not safe enough. I'd like to bring them into the city. How can I bring them into the city? This point is lower than the altitude of the spring. Not very low, not very much, 30 centimeters, that's it. Okay?
Wow.
But at least it is lower. If I will make a connection between the 2 points, the water will flow into the city. Now he puts a group of diggers here, a group of diggers there, and he tells them
Find each other.
find each other.
We saw some left turns where they stopped and went back the other way.
But it's amazing that they met each other.
I know.
And it's not a maze. You don't have any option, right?
You were saying it's just 30 centimeters
That's it.
elevation difference.
So it's 533 meters, about 1,500 feet of a tunnel, and it only goes down 30 centimeters.
Oh my goodness.
So look at this, it's 0.0 something. So look at this, this is what you did, this amazing thing is what you did, and we till today see this as one of the enigmas of Israel's archaeology, since we have no idea how they created such a thing 2,700 years ago. To remind you, aqueducts were developed in the Roman time, 700 years later. Even the Romans were doing it with shafts every few meters, so they will know where they're going. We have no idea how the two groups met each other. We did find a description, if you saw at the end a replica of it, lucky you.
Yeah.
It's called the Shiloh inscription or the Hiskiyahu inscription. I'm going to stand here so everybody can see it. Can? Everybody can see this? And in ancient Hebrew it says, this is the end of the tunnel and this is the story of the tunneling, while the diggers were waving their axes towards each other. And at a distance of 3 amot, this is amah, 3 amot, a meter and a half, they heard each other's voices. And on that day, the diggers started hitting towards each other, axe upon axe. And the water went from the spring to the pool. The pool. Now this pool was found accidentally 8 years ago when this sewage pipe, you were wondering what the black pipe is doing here, it's a sewage pipe that was underneath the road that used to be here. And one day, 8 years ago, the sewage blew off and there was a big puddle of stinky water, and the city hall sent people to clean and to repair. But you know that you cannot dig in Israel without having an archaeologist in your team. Do you know that? So, and the reason is because there's so much to see underneath, you don't want to harm anything. And the archaeologists that were here saw something strange. They saw that the whole system of sewage is leaning on very, very interesting stones. So they have decided to take all the road off 8 years ago, and what they found was the Shiloh pool that we were looking for so many years. And I'm going to show you how it looked like. This corner is that corner, okay? And this corner is the corner there behind the people. So actually what we're sitting on are the stairs leading to the pool. Now the water exited the tunnel of Hezekiah from here, and people drank the water from here. But the water kept going down, filling the pool that was very accessible. You see the stairs, since it was used as a ritual bath and also as a swimming pool. So you're talking about a 2.3 Olympic pool size. And when you ask yourself, why don't we just let this orchard grow in another place and open up the whole thing, is of course for the same reason that we discussed before, that it's not easy to do that. And an Arab that decides to sell his land here, usually it's found shot. Okay? So
Shot.
Shot. So we are waiting for the day that the Shiloach pool will be open to the public completely, and then of course we will let the water in and we will see what our ancestors saw as they came to the temple. By the way, this is not the original of Hezekiah. The one of Hezekiah is underneath this level. This is Herod's work. So it's the only thing from Second Temple time that you're going to see in our tour. Shiloach pool, I don't have to tell you, as Jews, this is where Simchat Bet HaShavah, Sukkot, happened. The joy of getting the water from the Shiloach pool to the temple. Christians, this is the place that Jesus is curing the blind man on the day of the Sabbath. So this is a very, very important Jewish and Christian site. And I myself am really waiting to see this open in the original way. It's an excavation of less than 2 months. We just need to get the orchard. That's it.
2 months? Is that what you said?
No, I'm saying that
if
the
they had
work,
to.
the physical work of excavating,
Okay.
it's very easy.
Right.
Here's a portrait of what the pool of Siloam may have looked at. We're actually walking back up to the top of the city of David. We're at the bottom right now. We just came through the tunnel of Hezekiah and came out to the ruins of the pool of Siloam. These are the original steps that David would have walked on his way up to his palace and up to eventually the Temple Mount. Of course, the temple wasn't built in his time. We're walking out from the pool of Siloam up to the top of the city of David. This would have been the steps that the man who was healed at the pool of Siloam would have climbed to go up to the Temple Mount. Here's a present-day archaeological dig that's active. We just came up from way down there under a tunnel up on the western side of the city of David. Came out over there and I'm just going by this archaeological dig. This was in the northern part of the city, and here's this archaeological site that they're working on.